respect each other's mental space. If you ever need me, just call. I'ma come running, give it my all. Love is love, God wins. Keep your vibrations high and watch how your blessings.
Welcome everyone before it's over and we're done. You know that I need them in the bush behind them trees. We give it to you freely, please.
I think y'all gonna be shocked at the outcome of this one.
Get them likes up.
I think y'all really gonna be shocked at the outcome of this case right here. This Afeni Muhammad case. I think y'all gonna be shocked at the outcome. That they are pulling her medical record. We're gonna talk about it. Y'all be dead. Y'all are about to be so pissed. Damn.
Cause I know y'all wanna see it. Yeah. I know you wanna see it.
That's why I think this is a
you wanna see it. Yeah, I know you wanna see it.
that's why I say I think this is a plant, because the shit that's about to come back, the evidence that they found, you know, regarding the situation, you know, turns out Afeni was liked at the job. Not liked in the sense of like, you know, but she wasn't there like causing problems. You know what I mean? She wasn't there. She wasn't back there like cursing people out, doing extra shit. Yeah, she was weird, but turns out there's a lot more to this story. Turns out for the past 2 decades, she has been battling different variations of mental health. You know what I mean? So, you know, this might be one of those cases where she gets off based off of her mental health history and, you know, everything from childhood, medicines, all that type of stuff. And also, you know, investigation has determined that they might have been bullying. And the evidence that was found at the house that she was at is going to come out too. Hey, can y'all go help get that stuff out? You got the door. You got the door. You got the door. So yeah, so a lot more information is about to come out regarding this situation, regarding her housing situation. She has released her phone call, I mean not phone call, but her phone records and stuff like that. So, you know, certain information is about to come out regarding this situation. And I think y'all gonna be, I know a lot of people gonna be mad about the outcome. That's all I'm gonna say. Because I like even with everything that's about to come out, she's gonna get a lighter sentence. So y'all ain't gonna get wants to keep on walking around like he's
than the shit. Duke than the shit. Duke than the shit. Duke than the shit. No benefit. Fucking with a real one, yeah, you should quit. If a nigga run his mouth, I'm on my Duke than the shit. Run up in the nigga house, I'm on my Duke than the shit. Better choose a different route, I'm on my Duke than the shit. Duke than the shit.
Yes, man.
If a nigga run his mouth, I'm on my Duke than the shit.
Yes,
Ralph Dawise has rescued more women than Jaguar, right? Oh, die. And out of these women, none have appreciated it, and that shit ain't right. They turned their backs and told lies on our collective, saying violence is what we incite. Bitch, please, please. We fight demons, not people, so eliminate your negative assumption, because none of it is right. We're here to protect each other's energy, not to tear anyone down. Just because you see people in our Discord stating they wanna fight doesn't mean they're a part of our collective. Undercover wanna be detectives, spies with lies in which we despise, makes your assumptions very deceptive. From Bonnie, Selma, Lady, Latacia, Maggie to
yeah, I think y'all gonna be surprised at how this turns out. This situation is not gonna turn out how you guys think it's gonna turn out. This girl has, you know, suffered from a lot of mental anguish. She's been going through a lot mentally, and I don't think y'all gonna get the outcome that y'all want with it. I think this one is going to be one of those eye openers where we actually take mental health into consideration and the pressures that we actually put on each other with this whole, you know, bullying thing, because there's a lot of it going on. That's why I always say the internet is undefeated, right? Because you got a lot of people that's going around acting like they're entitled to treat you this way, acting like they're entitled to do this. So I think this is going to turn out to be one of those big ass eye openers where it's like when they're going to go back and look at these videos, and I don't know if they're going to release it to the public or not, but they're going to go back and look at these McDonald videos on the days that she was there, and they already said that it is some foul, you know, they don't want to come out with the information right now because of the magnitude of tension that's already in that environment, right? That's why McDonald's haven't opened back up yet. So with the amount of, you know, tension that's in that environment, they don't want to come out with some of the facts. So now they're trying to determine how can they present these facts to the public, you know what I mean? Because this is unjust on both sides. So now they're trying to figure out, you know, how can they fix it? Because the evidence is showing that this person was, you know, at the job saying that she was going to beat people with belts and saying that she pulled pew-pews out on her kids and so on and so forth. And, you know, then the autopsy reports come back that she does have, you know, certain intoxications in her system, so on and so forth, proving that, you know, she's the one. Like anytime an incident takes place at a job, what's the first thing that happened? Drug test everybody, right? Now, this person, Afeni, she's already going through stuff mentally, right? She's already going through stuff mentally and so on and so forth. So it's going to be a eye opener. It's going to be an eye opener on, you know, the proper treatment, how you treat people. There's a lot of people that are going through things mentally that are not on the forefront. It's not like people walking around with a sign that says, you know, treat me nice for my mind can't take it. You know what I mean? It's not like people go around and buy shirts that say, you know, talk to me nice because my mind can't take it. Right. So, you know, sometimes like what we think is physical interaction, our spirit or our mind don't know the difference. So our mind don't know the difference between these levels of conversations where people are talking to, you know, people certain ways, right? So when you got a snappy attitude, when you always talking to somebody with sass, you know, all of that stuff, you're building up a certain energy in that person that you're talking to. What's going on, AT2? Yo, AT2, why, bro? Like, why? Why your mans keep talking? Why you keep emailing me and shit like that, man? What is going on? Is y'all re-sparking the beef or something? Like, what's going on? What's up with this? He talking about lawsuits and, you know, subpoena and cash apps and shit like that. Is he hurting that bad? Like, he really gotta make some shit happen that bad over there. You know what I mean? Yeah, he emailed me again. I'm trying to talk about other shit. He going live on TikTok, emailing me, and he's sending me the whatchacom on TikTok to let me know that he live on TikTok, and emailing me. Like, this shit getting weird. I'm thinking about putting like harassment charges or stalker charges or something. I feel like I need to, you know, protect my person or something. Yeah, July 15th. What's today? The 16th? Is today the 16th? Yeah, he sent me a on July. He say, F him. Or first, it starts off, he says, he was feeling himself when he was over there, him and Ralph. You can tell they struggling. And then I guess this person said, F him. And then this person said, then they laughed and said, AT2 go to the gym and the only thing sweating is his head, right? And then I guess he says, he's a blank, diabolical, black ass Uncle Fester. And then he says, he does have diabetes, scared to go to the hospital to do a checkup. Then somebody said pathetic. You know, I had to say it like that, pathetic. And then they said, need the doctor and the dentist. Please pick a struggle. So, and then they say, then she said what she gave me. I did give Ralph 2,000 for a down payment, so on and so forth. But this is weird though, because why you want to keep us talking about her? Like, if you suing this person, if you going after this person, just go after this person. You exposing your text log to me about y'all conversations, that's stupid. That is stupid. You know, and then like to continue this, like he's taking this conversation to Twitch. Well, you know, Twitch ain't letting him get away with it because now he got a 7-day ban over there on Twitch. You know, they 7-dayed his ass. And you know, now he's on TikTok. So now he's going live on TikTok saying that he's building the Discord. Ironically, look, this is why I told y'all he's a sociopath, right? Because how you gonna talk shit about my Discord, talk shit about me being on TikTok, say all of this stuff about me, and now he's trying to be multi-platform. He's trying to build his Discord. I don't care about nothing but the people in my Discord. And bro, you are a copycat. If I ever seen to did one, you know. So yeah, in other news, we getting closer to finding out, you know, the whole Diddy situation, you know, so we should be getting closer to hearing something back about that, the Diddy situation. So we should hear something about that Diddy situation. so on and so forth. Here, you want this? We should hear something about that Diddy situation. I mean, not the Diddy situation, the Sean Carter situation. Sorry about that. So Jay-Z should have to answer some questions, or he should have responded. I think he did respond, probably produce some paperwork or whatever, have yet to come back. And then, to be honest, like, if we don't hear nothing, does that mean that, all of the situation is what you call? Oh, yeah, I did do some more digging on this girl. Apparently, she's with Inner Streets Records, Inner Streets Recording. Because when I played her music earlier, I got a copyright strike from playing her music from an Inner Streets recording, which is supposed to be something that helps protect YouTube recorders or whatever. But to put all of this in play, like she put all of this in play before she did this, or did somebody else put this in play? You know what I mean? So yeah, we gotta definitely keep an update on that. The 23rd is the day that she'll be going to court on this situation. On this situation. So we'll definitely keep track on that. Nicki Minaj is probably like the one that we're going to be looking at the most, due to the fact that she is now entered the whole Jay-Z thing with posting, Ramir following up with 50 Cent posting it. And she's also putting out the information regarding Megan Thee Stallion. And Megan Thee Stallion's was trying to get some stuff thrown out in regards to her cameraman and the lawsuit that was put in by her cameraman regarding some stuff that took place in a vehicle. Regarding some stuff that took place in the car. So Nicki Minaj is posting some stuff now. She's also on yeah, they struck me for that garbage ass shit. So yeah, she's also on Kick. So Nicki Minaj is taking the barbs over to Kick. And if she do win out against Jay-Z, he's going to be using the money to pay for some barbs to go to college and so on and so forth. So Inner Street Recordings help musicians get their music into YouTube content ID. ID is an automatic technology from YouTube that scans the audio of every YouTube video and detects matches against a database of audio that has been. So that means that this girl had already, put her voice itself, her sound, some of her sound, because some of her music is not there. But the ones that we played today, the minor or meaner, whatever the fuck it was called, that particular song is backed up by In the Streets Recordings. And here's the thing, that song came out in 2024, right? So it came out in 2024, right? And you got to think about that. If this song came out in 2024 and it's backed up by this, then someone's been helping her with something, getting her music out there, building her page. Someone is managing her. Who bought all these costumes that she's wearing? If she's out on the street, who bought all them costumes that she's wearing? Who's, you know what I mean?
When you click on more info here, where does it go? Does it go anywhere? Like,
it takes you to, this is where it says, the distro kit, right?
no action is
If you are a distro kit user, got a claim on your own music after opting the distro kit. So this person was working with somebody from YouTube because they went through distro kit for the copyrights, and then that is what put them under In the Streets Recordings. In the Street Recordings is just one of those platforms that scan everything for your music. That means she paid for the premium package, and her music is monetized. So all those people that's using her music on TikTok, she's getting paid for that.
Wow.
Somebody's getting paid for that.
Yeah.
Don't know who, but somebody's getting paid for that. You get what I'm saying? I'll get one later. So, however, we looking at this, somebody is banking a market around her. So could it be that somebody orchestrated some level of pressure in this mental in her life in order to create a crash out? Like, so that means somebody's playing psychological war games in order to make people or put pressure on or put so much pressure on somebody's life. What if it's bigger than just this one person? What if it's a bunch of us that's online, or you know what I'm saying? What if they got a bunch of people that is, you know, playing certain variations on games in people's lives in order for them to create these type of scenarios?
I mean, that is what didn't Allie Carter say that there were buildings where people sat in offices and just like did online stuff?
Yeah, and you know they said that you know, certain people like Big Homie CC was working for certain said offices.
Right.
That's why when he sent Los the address led Los said when he got there, it was just a bunch of people sitting at desks in offices.
Mm-hmm.
These are social media analysts that are analyzing social media. Some people might use them as PR teams.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Ray J did say he got a whole, you know, organization of this networking.
Right.
You know what I mean? All he needed to do was learn how to get online. That's all he needed to do was learn how to work Twitch. He already got the girls club and the gay agency put together. That's why everywhere he went, he said, shout out to the gay agency.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So Ray J need to go down for the Mann Act.
Mm-hmm. That's probably why he's, you know, he's been a little spazzy.
Ray J need to get hit with the Mann Act. Now Ray J want to talk about, oh yeah, you know, Diddy should get acquitted of all charges. Yeah, now that he beat the RICO, now that it's a possibility that he coming home. Now you want to piece things up with the Combs boys. You know what I mean? Now you want to be like, oh yeah, you know, I'm glad he coming home. Yeah, I bet you want to piece things up with the Combs boys, but that can't look good. It can't look good because whoever put this together to think that they was going to get Diddy in some sort of, you know, hucklebuck, they're scared that they're gonna have to pay the piper when they get out.
Oh.
Remember, Jaguar Wright's son said one thing that struck me, right? He said, if you don't stop, mother, you're gonna find yourself in the same place as Lucifer. Right? Saying that his mom, yeah, like you're standing in front of the gates of Leviathan and so on and so forth, all of that stuff, you know, that stuff that's usually related to like the Ephi religion, and you know what I mean? So, you know, when you're talking about stuff and you're referring to stuff and you're using terms that go back all the way, you know, through the history of religion, and you're telling stories of Armageddon or, you know, Megiddo, or, you know, in the time of Megiddo, these are different terminologies that people use because a lot of this stuff goes back to the Asiatic black man, you know, coming out of Asia, right? So when you're looking at migration, there's certain words. If you actually study the history of man, you can tell through certain variations of conversations the study of them, right? Who been studying what, because it's on their tongue. Like how people talk, it's on their tongue. So when you're hearing people say certain things and you know the origin of that, it strikes you as like, So that's why I always ask people like the origination of certain words, because it's a spell that's in the word. A lot of people get captivated by the spell that's in the word. I don't allow myself to get captivated by the spell that's in the word because I know it's there for that particular reason, for you to be captivated by it. So yeah, so this person is very smart because she set up, if she is the one that set all of this stuff up, right? Which says to say that maybe she's not as, mental health as we think. Because think about it. She set up a prologue of events before she did it, right? And she was setting up those same prologues of events for Wayne, whoever Wayne is, right? She was setting up that same lineup of events. Like this, you know what I'm saying? He's putting me through mental anguish, right? And this is why they say, like, even though she went to the park to calm down, due to her medical history, it shows that she has a hyperfixation problem, right? That means she hyper analyzes on a specific subject. It's like dealing with an autistic kid who constantly repeats the same thing over and over again. A lot of the autistic mothers, they know what this is. Like when they constantly repeat, like, I want cheese doodles. I want cheese doodles. You know what I mean? I want cheese doodles. And you're trying to get them to do something else. Like, all right, calm down, sit down. I want cheese doodles. I want cheese doodles. You have to incorporate the cheese doodles in there somewhere so they can know how to get to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to get cheese doodles if you sit down. They'll sit down because they know that the cheese doodles is in there, right? But if you're telling them to do something and you're leaving out those cheese doodles, they can't hear that. You get what I'm saying? You have to tell them that the cheese doodles is part of the plan. Like, you have to tell them that if you follow me to the room, you're going to get these cheese doodles. That type of stuff. Because it's always going to just be, I want the cheese doodle, I want the cheese doodle, I want the cheese doodle, right? So however you're looking at it, when you get them on medications and stuff like that, and they can become a functioning member of society, these are the type of people that you get out of there. You know what I mean? You get these type of people out of that. And the problem with when you get these type of people, you have people online that plays on the mind of these type of people, right? So they tell them like, man, that's a great idea. That's a great album, so on and so forth. Who's supporting these songs? Because normal people, when anybody who's listening to this would be like, man, that's dark. That what the fuck? That's a chant. That's, you know what I'm saying? So who was supporting this, right? That's why I say there's a new age of satanic dark people that's out there that's, ruling and moving around, you know what I mean? That they want to, they're out there. These witch covenants and stuff like that, looking to, do that. They're out there. And they're finding they're finding like misunderstood minds. Does that make sense? Like the minds who are misunderstood, like castaway type people. You know what I mean? Lonely people already. A lot of people go to the internet because their physical life doesn't give them enough social interaction that we need, right? Because it has been determined that someone that's in isolation for over 30 to 60 days, their minds can start playing tricks on them. That's why they change the amount of time that you can put somebody else in the hole when you're locked up. They change the time that you can put them in the hole because they started analyzing the minds, as this time went on. Like some people became acquired to go to the hole. Like it was like they would come out of the hole, and then whenever population will become too much for them, they'll do something in order to get put back into the hole. Like fight or something like that, and then they'll be like, man, shit, I want to go be by myself anyway. You know what I mean? And it becomes like normal. That's why I say, like, when people start normalizing chaos in their life, it becomes normal because we're creatures of habit. So like if you always, like people say, like people that's used to fighting all the time, right? They get used to that. So that's their outlet for everything, is a fight. Look at some of the boxers. Why do you think all the boxers always end up fucking putting hands on somebody at like a gas station or, you know what I'm saying, somewhere else outside of the ring? They don't have discipline. You know what I'm saying? That became their outlet for everything. So like Even when they get frustrated in the house, they'll go to the little gym and start punching a bag and shit. They get mad, they go punch the bag. They get this, they'll go punch the bag because somebody's teaching them, training them, grooming them, telling them, put everything into this, put everything into this, put everything into this. Yeah, now I want you to take that anger and put it into this. You know what I mean? So when you think about that, like think about that on a grander scale with people in the real world, right? Someone is feeding anger into people and then trying to point them into what they want that anger to go after. That's crazy. That's crazy to think that that's the type of fights we up against now. It's like so really you can say it's almost like MK Ultra. Like it's almost like trigger words that set off to, you know what I mean? It's like somebody's like training trigger words into, you know, spectrum based or borderline, whatever. You know what I mean? So someone's like training this into them, and then, you know, afterwards, they're like, when they release them into society, they use these. So is this like one? Okay, you know how in X-Men they had like the whole kid X, that whole, you know, generation or whatever, right? Could it be something like that on a grander, you know, magnitude, where they're training these kids inside of these behavior facilities to do this, where they're like training them and, you know, installing like rage, anger into that, and then sending them back home in a society that is full of rage baiting. You're sending trigger or you know, whatever base kids into a society, you know what I'm saying, for, you know, baiting.
I think that they know what we're going to do before we're going to do it, because they have been analyzing everything that we've been doing for decades. And there is a model that is basically telling them which direction we are going to go on any particular subject matter already. It's like,
so when they say they analyzing timelines and they can determine whether a timeline
so they can
is going to go,
push a person.
so if they saying that they can determine whether a timeline is going to go good or bad, then they're analyzing individual timelines,
right? And they can I mean, in the manipulation, they can technically manipulate you through these media resources or whatever to trigger you. So if that's why anytime I feel that like pang of trigger, I flip to the next thing, because I feel like it's in there for that.
But that's
reason.
impulsive though. That's impulsive because look, like here's the thing, like you can recognize these triggers, you can understand these triggers, right? Or you can put them in the fear column and run from these triggers, right? Now, when you understand these triggers, you understand them better, you gain control over them, right? Instead of them having control over you. It's almost like when someone stops eating bacon, they let the smell of it bother them because they've been ducking and hiding from it. Don't eat bacon in front of me. Don't do this in front of me, right? So then it's like in a you know, in a whole scale of it is like, because of that method of their madness, now the lore of it becomes that much more harder to fight. Does that make sense? Like the lore of bacon becomes that much more harder to fight. It's like when people try to run from chaos or hide from chaos, the lore of it becomes that much more harder to fight, because it's like it knows that you're running from it or hiding from it. Now, I'm not saying that you can control it, but in a sense, you can. Think about it like this. If you're in a room and you see the tensions rising, right? You see the tension, you can feel it in the room or whatever, right? If you are just to add laughter to that room, it changes the vibrational frequency of that room. If you are one who pumps off something at a great level where you can draw a crowd or whatever without feeling embarrassed, you can change the temperature of a room just like that. But a lot of people don't change it. Even when they observe it and see it, they don't change it. Why do you think? Okay, if we look at this, and you could probably look it up, what you notice there's a lot of crash outs at the DMV, a lot of physical altercations at the DMV, people standing in line waiting, right? People standing in line waiting at the DMV, crashing out. Think about that. That's not no manager. That's just people waiting at the DMV that's impatient, that's building up certain frustrating energy, so on and so forth. And then somebody bumps, somebody say something. Same thing happening, like I used to watch these crash outs when I was in child services and we had to go and meet at the I used to watch all these different crash outs, all these different levels of people spazzing, tripping, so on and so forth, right? So, like when you looking at this world is full of crash outs. It's full of them, and they all keep on. This is what they do. They act like they don't know normal programming. Like they sit there and act like because the only thing they're focused on is what they want, right? So they sit there and act like they don't know what's going on. They don't know what the day consists of. They didn't hear this. They don't remember that. They don't remember a conversation about this. They're doing that so that way they can keep on doing these setups to crash out. And they're doing it. You know how you have people that self-sabotage their life? Okay. Crash outs put their self in situations so they can crash out. You get what I'm saying? So, like, if you tell them that it's a problem somewhere, like if you tell them, like, yeah, man, every time I'm walking around that mall, fucking security come looking for me and so and so are always coming to bother me, right? When you say that to a crash out, guess where they want to go? And if you tell a crash out, like, man, Walmart be tripping, da 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 da, this, that, and the third, guess where a crash out want to go? Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, and here's the thing: the world is full of them now. Look at how many all these older people stuck in their ways. Look at the 4 extras blowing their hand off. You grown as fuck, still don't know how to properly use a fucking fireworks. Trying to drive or do whatever with fireworks, and you grown as hell. This is how you know that people are not grown. Even if they're in a physical, masculine, growing body, they're still not grown. Because there's no possible way he should have put himself in harm's way like that. That's like falling in front of a lawnmower. That shit just don't make sense. You're supposed to take proper, and why he not in jail? Why he not in jail? How is he out selling the damn? Wasn't he already on bond? He shouldn't even been playing with explosive. Why is he not in jail? That shit don't even sound right. Something don't sound right about none of these stories, nothing that's going on online sound right. Public humiliation, whatever it's called, like maybe he sold something and part of it was them taking his hand or something. He sold something to Alibaba or some shit. For real. Because that shit don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? That's like, you remember the movie The Butterfly Effect? Mm-hmm. In that movie when they put that damn fireworks in the mailbox,
yeah,
and it went off in the mailbox.
Right.
Them kids went to jail for that. You remember he had to read the book in order to get out of all of those situations. Every time he was, you know what I mean, he would read and get out of those situations. Mm-hmm. So, like, why 4 extra not in jail? And where the person who face he blew off, where that person at? They got 4 Extra in the studio putting out some dumbass music, kind of like this girl's music. This girl, Afeni, she got dumbass music, and everybody's listening to it and sampling it. I'm scared that they're invoking some sort of like demonic entity inside themselves, and that we gonna have a lot more crash out. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking her music is a chant or some type of invocation or something like that. Cause I went to her albums and that shit is dark. All of her albums is dark. That is not rap. I don't know how they put that in the hip hop category. Oh, Afeni Muhammad. Afeni Muhammad's music. I'm sorry. Yeah, this person's music. Her music is dark. You hear me? All her music is dark. I want to listen to some of her albums because I was surprised. Like, yo, she got all this stuff out. Maybe she's got a good track in here. Hell nah. That shit starts sounding like some shit you hear on the Ring. You know what I'm saying? Right before some nightmares come your way and a motherfucker crawl out your TV. Mm-hmm. That sound like the album you listen to right before some shit like that happened.
I couldn't listen to it.
For real. Her music sound like after you listen to it, you got 7 days.
It gave me a stomach ache.
See? That shit gave you a stomach ache?
Yeah.
See, you got 7 days. For real. You better do something. Motherfucking energies and shit crashing around you. That shit was that some of them tracks is just static. Some of them tracks is just like
there's whispering behind it. There's whispering behind
I'm scared to play that shit backwards.
I listened to like a second of it and I was like, there is subliminal whispering going on inside.
I'm scared to play some of that shit backwards. You play some of that shit backwards, that shit might be like, save me, I'm not in here, he's in here, she's in here. That shit might be on some Get Out type shit for real.
I know.
Because let's say Wayne not real and Wayne is in her head. Then Wayne made her do it.
Well, then
let's say Wayne is real.
No,
okay. All right. So let's say Wayne is real.
Okay.
Right? Wayne still made her do it.
Do what?
Go crazy. If Wayne putting so much pressure on her at the house, right? Mm-hmm. And she's already mentally, ill, if we could say that, right? Mm-hmm. And she got so much going on already inside her head. And every time she go in there, he just feeding more and more. Mm-hmm. And all he doing is crying and sad. You hear what she's saying about Wayne. She like, he needs to go, and I don't want to hurt anybody. I don't want to be the one to hurt anybody. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But he needs to go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is what she's saying. So she was building up to take somebody out.
Yeah.
I don't know. She was building up to take somebody out. And I don't know if they found Wayne yet.
Right.
But she was building up to take somebody out because she said he is doing this, he's doing that, and think about it. If they went to the house and they found like them costumes and all of that shit in a room at the house, then it looked like she was being used as, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if it's set up like that or maybe, but I want you to think about this. I really want you to think about this. I really want everybody to think about this. And then, some people come in the box to after you hear what I'm about to say, I need y'all to jump in the box, right? So listen, let's say hypothetically, everything that she's saying has facts and merits. Okay. The stuff that she had going on at the house, the renter room situation, she gave her lawyers proof that she got into this rental room situation through whatever social media or whatever, right? There's proof of money transactions between this Wayne person or whatever that was the pressure of what he was using to try to force certain variations of, and she already has a history of being in certain variations of hospitality centers, right? And then the evidence come back that there was some sort of said pressure on her. 7.
Yeah.
Don't. You get what I'm saying? Then what? Then what? Then what would it change to? What would this situation change to?
It won't.
It has to change. Okay, here's why it has to change. Mental health is protected by something.
Right.
Mental illness is protected by
If
something.
she had taken it out on Wayne, yes, maybe she would be protected. But because
I said if it shows that she was getting bullied in the workplace and was being singled out and pushed out of the workplace so she couldn't make money, that means she is a victim here because they were using her weirdness as a way to, isolate her or stop her from gaining currency. Because they didn't fire her. They didn't tell her to go find a new job, right? They kept her there, but just kept sending her home. Right. And if there's proof that there was no type of disciplinary actions put in, written warning, anything of that magnitude, then how are you saying that she was a bad worker if you never wrote her up? Right. So now how is this situation looking with these facts and merits that's supporting her? It's looking like we might have a group of people that's angry. You know what I'm saying? Because if the facts and merits support her, then we we possibly could be looking at a group of people that's angry. Because what if she was getting bullied in the workplace? What if the videos indicate that she was getting bullied in the workplace? And what if the videos show that these are the things that the manager was saying? Because everybody that worked there and everybody that was on that shift or any other shifts had to write a statement.
It will probably change the way that the majority of society sees her, but I don't think it will change anything legally because she took a life, regardless.
Okay, but will it change the time?
No.
You don't think it'll change the time?
She planned this. Even if she didn't plan it, even if coincidentally she was making all kinds of references about the poker and this sweatshirt and making threats and all that. Let's just say there was a character. Even if she made it all the way to court, they can still use that as a character reference and a warning that she was planning to do this all along.
So what are you thinking? Like, you thinking like maybe like, nah. See, because listen. I'm telling you right now. With the evidence. Listen, they have to come with a lesser charge. This possibly can drop down to a manslaughter. You think they're keeping it at M1?
I do. I think there is enough evidence, like I said, and this is what is it just based off the fact that she left and came back? Yes, that is number one, because she had the chance. See, if it had happened in the moment and the fight had broke out and then she did it, then it could have been considered a crime of passion and all that other blah, blah, blah. It could have even been a mental psychiatric break or whatever they call that. But because she went to the park, she was like, nope, posted a code red or whatever on her Instagram and then went and did it. She planned it. She hid her face and she tried to run away and hide, but she got caught. What if she got away?
And she would have been on the run. Infamous.
Right.
Somebody would have hit her out and she would have been
wants to be seen, though. She was not being seen. She was begging to be seen. So in these instances, a lot of
So you think she's just sitting in there smiling right now because everybody's playing her shit. Everybody, you know,
she's famous.
Somebody's writing her, letting her know 2,200 followers, and
look at all the people that support her. Look at the groups that are putting together this rally.
They got GoFundMe's already. They do got GoFundMe's already to get a legal team for her and everything.
People that volunteered.
Damn. So what type of so when she go to court, we're gonna see a whole bunch of people protesting out there and everything.
I will.
Oh yeah, we going there. We right here in Michigan. We right here in Michigan. We might as well go to the courthouse on the 23rd.
Yeah.
Yeah, what courthouse is it gonna be at? We gotta look it up. We might as well go to the courthouse and try to get, you know.
Some video of it.
Yeah, try to see if we can catch her.
I wonder if it's I'm gonna.
What if it's open court and we can go in? We can sit in there.
Oh,
well, you know you can't. You know you can't have your phone. You know you can't have your phone.
It's a high-profile case, so it probably will.
We have to be outside. We would have to be outside with the cameras. But I know a bunch of people gonna be there though. The preliminary is on the 23rd. Jaguar was going to choose that route. You know what I'm saying? That's the route this is the route Jaguar was choosing right here. Jaguar was just too scared to you know what I'm saying, to bring it to this level of magnitude. But this was the Jaguar right effect right here. She was supposed to be building up that. And you know she got those papers, you know, the papers that say she can get off with some stuff, you know, those papers. Yeah. Jaguar ain't she didn't have the guts though. You know what I mean? Jaguar ain't had the guts though. No, I'm joking. But yeah, so we definitely gotta live stream it. We definitely gotta live stream it. We definitely gotta go up there, you know, to the courthouse, see what district is at. I mean, it happened 38 something, right? I don't know what courthouse is going to be at, but we'll get the information and then we'll go stream live from up there. See if we can catch a glimpse of or see what's going on. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? Because this got to be a high profile case, is it not? We might be able to talk to some people out there outside of the court, you know? This could get big coverage. I think we should cover this one, being so close. What do you think? Yes. Okay. We're doing it. All right, management agrees. But we got to put together that event for the weekend of. I've been talking about it, so we got to put together the flyer for that. Get in touch with Thor. See what he say. See what he think about the weekend of the 25th, and then I can start promoting it. You get what I'm saying? Listen, I don't know, man. I think he took the negative attention route in this whole, you know, I want to be seen thing, right? They might just do everything, you know, by, you know, VI video until unless she go to trial with it, you know. But then we would have to say what type of evidence is the prosecutors accumulating and what? Well, okay, with the video evidence that's there, that you know, whatever argument or you know confrontation took place, and look, was it the same blicky that she showed, or was it the was it a kitchen one, or was it the same blicky? They never said. The one that was shown was like a pocket knife with a phoenix on it. But the one that, like, what did anybody see it? Did anybody see the evidence? Because they said it was like a knife from the house. Obviously, the man just seen something that big in her hand. This thing had to be one of those hunting joints. Oh yeah, she went and got that motherfucking phoenix. She went and got that custom made phoenix thing that she had. That one that she went and got that one with the red phoenix on that motherfucker. She went and got that one. And she done practice swinging that shit and everything. She done practice with that motherfucker. As much time as she got on her hands, you know, sitting in a room bored somewhere, she practiced with that motherfucker. Swift and all types of shit. She done did some, promise you. Yeah, and that one that this one stay home, the one she kissed. Yeah, that the one with the red phoenix on there, the one she kissed. Yeah, you know, she done spent some time, you know, swinging in the mirror with that motherfucker. Hey, y'all make sure y'all hit the follow button. Y'all make sure y'all hit the follow button. Love is love. Namaste. I say salutations. Salam. Listen, we wanna make sure that we cover this all around the board. I'm watching support teams build up on both sides. The family of 6. I'm watching a support team build up around them. Also watching a support team build up around, you know, McCoy, whatever other name she go by. You know, Phoenix, Black Widow, you know, many more. I'm waiting for I know somebody's managing her accounts. You know how you know somebody's managing this whole situation? Because how the fuck did they wipe the database so quick of everything of her? How did they do that? All of her, all of the naughty, the naughty Nate, the naughty Nancy, whatever the fuck she called, all of those are gone.
Right.
The naughty Nat,
right.
All of the naughty Nat stuff is gone.
Yeah.
Even going into the OnlyFans.
I can't even get the cash of it.
OnlyFans, naughty Nat, all of that shit is gone. Mm-hmm. Who the fuck, who wiped her shit that quick? She got caught on the scene, so she didn't wipe her shit. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So who went and closed out all her accounts?
That is a really good question.
Come on, we couldn't find out one of them. All of them is shut down, except for the YouTube video and the music shit. Everything else is shut down. All of the cosplaying that she done did, all of the, you know, because when you looked at it, all it said was adult, like restriction, adult stuff. You know what I'm saying? So who went and shut all of that down? This shit is. I'm not gonna say program life, but that's why I say the world is one big stage, because this is some weird ass like behind the shadows type shit. Like this is some fucking, you know, in the shadows. That's what this shit should be called. Like, you know, in the shadows type shit. You know what I mean? Can you grab a fan? The big fan and plug it up over there. What? You know you're in the box. Life change. You know you're in the box. Oh, okay, get. Somebody else come up. So yeah, so like this, somebody's managing this shit. Something not right about this. You know, I got Gordon's Fisherman all over this. You hear me? I smell it. That's that Gordon's Fisherman. I smell it. Something's fishy about this shit. I promise you it is. Something is very fishy about this. I promise you. That's that Gordon's Fisherman. Yeah. Something ain't right. Her accounts went down too fast. You know? Like whoever management company, whoever was backing her, they wanted to wipe their, you know what I'm saying? It's some Raja Ooh type shit. We need to talk to Ray J. She was at a couple of parties and a couple of events. We need to talk to Ray J. Ray J might have something to do with this. This might be that girls' club. This might be some girls' club business. Because these were all the lost kids. We about to find out about what's going on with the lost kids. Because these are the lost kids. Her family, Taylor Muhammad, or whatever his name is, her father's name, Taylor Muhammad, whatever his name is, right? Yo, y'all get in this box and let's talk about this. Or just get in the box and sit there for a little bit. All right. I need some people in the box. Get in the box. If we build it, they will come. So I need more people to get in the box. All right. Stop being scared to have a conversation. You scared? If y'all scared to talk about this, just say y'all scared to talk about it. If y'all want to come up and trauma bond, that's y'all problem. That is y'all problem. Oh, Lee. You gotta hit the button. Come on, y'all act like y'all can't find the button to come up in the box. Y'all don't know how to find the button to come up in the box. I gotta send invitations out now. I send invitations. What's up with you?
It's a revelation, man. I'm from Detroit, man. This situation happened 10 miles from my house.
Right.
Relate to.
Right. Well, tell me about Wakanda.
Wakanda, what you mean?
Wakanda, what you talking about?
Afeni's father, like you say, is Muslim.
Nation of Islam. Nation of Islam is different.
Nation of Islam.
Yeah.
Okay. My mother passed away with an Islam name. My mother was married to a Muslim man before I was born, to my brother's father. And I know growing up in the 80s and the 90s, and it's probably still like that. Muslim fathers are strict as hell. Am I correct?
Yeah, they will disown you quick.
Okay, I'm going to say this. I might be wrong because I don't want to be right to be right. If I'm wrong, let me know if I'm wrong. I think Afeni, what happened is all that religious and that pain she grew up in, the religious part of it, whatever she going through, her third eye opened up. She became real conscious, and you know how the spirit world is. That she trying to go to work, pay bills.
So you think do you think because she opened herself up to that, maybe she opened herself up to a portal and something dark might have got through it because of the music that she's putting out there?
That's where somebody like you can come along and kind of crack that one. I think it could be like that.
I think like you said, with her religious background, because you got to hear what she was saying. She was like, I'm a good person. I'm a good person. I don't want nobody to get hurt. I don't want, collateral damage. Right. So she was fighting something spiritual. Right. And if we go to the Muslim religion, the Islamic religion, then they believe that certain people have jinns inside of them. So what if her family cast her out as a jinn? And they always told her that she was a jinn, and then she was fighting that, from which comes from that pressure of, trying not to be that dark. And, she got to keep questioning herself on whether or not she is what they say she is. And, watching everybody get away from her could play on her. Because think about it. They say, if you call a kid, clumsy enough, they're going to start doing clumsy shit.
Right. It's something I learned back in college, a college word called secondary deviance, where somebody called you a thief, where you never stole anything.
And then you
my
say,
stepmother used to call me thieves, used to say I stole my dad's wedding ring.
And then somewhere you say, I might as well steal something then, since I'm gonna get in trouble for it.
Right.
Yeah. Damn.
Right.
Damn.
See, we can crack this. Me and you cracking this, just two of us. Imagine what 5 other people thinking right now.
Damn.
We got to crack this because this is going to become a normal thing. And we got to identify it.
Yes. If you don't know the signs of it, you don't know who it's built up in or who it's trigger words. I don't know what this mother of 6 reminded her of, but this mother of 6 triggered something you know, deep in her. Maybe she felt like her mom left her. Maybe she felt like she was saving this family from, you know, something that she's something. This,
You know what I think? Let me throw you. I learned this in school. Sometimes school can teach you shit. Let's make up a quick mock situation, a mock scenario. It's not a real scenario. Let's mock it for a minute. Then just say the mother of 6, right? She's black. She grew up here in Detroit. Most likely she came from a Baptist Christian background, right?
uh-huh.
Even if she wasn't in church. So she became this McDonald's manager. She walked into the corporate world. She became the sister girl. And everybody know what that means, sister girl. And I think Afeni came from a whole different type of path. She from the East Coast. She had a Muslim father. She didn't get to arrive with that Detroit sister girl energy. It's a difference.
Nah. That's not close enough.
That's just a mock.
No, I know that's a mock. I know that's a mock, but that's not close enough. That's not, because you're right though. Because if she was familiar with the sister girl image, then she would have been familiar with the play. You know, I'm gonna take my belt off and whoop you. You know, y'all acting like my kids. You know what I'm saying? So on and so forth. A lot of mothers in Detroit became friends with their kids. So the way they talk to them, it's almost like they talking to one of their friends. Like, girl, you better get the hell out of here. You already wearing my So I know what you're talking about, but that's not close enough to this. Let's revamp it. Let's do this. Let's do the same thing, but let's revamp it. All right. Let's say, okay. Afeni, or let's say the situation is like this. Someone who is struggling with a lot of help or a lot of problems with inside their minds and trauma. What, right? Watching her mother put a man over her and her siblings, or let's say there's some trauma in there where her mother allowed some stuff to happen to her, you know, so on and so forth, right? And the whole situation of her saying how she's going to treat her kids, ripping doors off, blacking out, pulling pew-pews out, right? Afeni going through the fight that she's going through, thinking that she don't want nobody else to end up how she ended up, right?
Okay.
Maybe she and herself fighting the battle of this, and this mother triggered something deeper inside of her, right? It's like, you know, I have a problem talking to men because of the situations of my childhood with my father, right? Never reaching a certain level of understanding. So I now have a problem with talking to men because a lot of men seem like they're trying to do this whole fucking pissing contest thing to me. So however you look at it, right? But I know that's something that I would have to get over with inside myself because of the miscommunication that I had in my childhood. You get what I'm saying? So when you analyze things the proper way, you get a reasonable fix, right? But when you are analyzing generational curses in a different way, then you're going to have an irrational fix, right? A rational mind can rationalize it and say, this is the fix, to sit and say, you know, this is a generational curse. But an irrational mind thinking that they are the one to go out there and fix a generational curse, what do you think the outcome would look like?
That's gonna be chaos.
Right. Because now they got to go try to move an immovable object, which is people stuck in their ways.
Right.
You can't stop people that's stuck in their ways. You only can avoid them. If somebody, think about it, like that, how many times in our city, our community, we hear our women say, well, this is just how I talk, so you're gonna have to get used to it.
Oh, that's normal.
Right. So in this day and age, you have to realize like how somebody verbiage is, because the way their verbiage is, and this is why I never really understood it. But now that me and you are having this conversation, I get this shit now. I get it. This is why they told us spelling words. It's the spell that's in the word. This shit has been put in us since we was kids for this particular fucking time where we will be triggered by words.
Can I throw one with you?
Throw it up there.
Listen, man. I grew up in between Detroit and Pontiac, Michigan. But I remember in school, right, I won 2 spelling bees. I won the Area C spelling bee in the 5th grade, and I won the Area C spelling bee in the 8th grade. And that's on record. I won them, right? But the word that I missed in the 2nd spelling bee was the word called Saturnism. And I never knew what Saturnism was. I didn't even know what the planets was in the 4th grade, 5th grade, whatever. But I was smart with words.
Well,
come to find
hold
out,
on, real quick.
Go ahead.
YouTube, what he's about to explain is Saturnism derives from the word Saturnalia, which derives from the pagan god Saturn, which goes back to the celebration of Saturnism, which is for 2 weeks out of the year of December. They get to run around the villages butt naked and do all types of stuff. And then they celebrated it by putting certain things on trees that look like stencils. And then they put certain things on trees that look like balls. Yeah. So that's what he's explaining right now. Saturnism, also known as Saturnalia.
The reason why I mentioned that was when you mentioned the word spelling, see, when we come in this word as babes, children, we're smart. I don't know your religious level. I say God, so I don't want to offend, but I say God give us certain art. We come in this world with skills and traits already. We already made. We just gotta become adults. And I think when I learned spelling words, when I started reading encyclopedias and traveling, you start learning life. You learn a lot, like you said.
Did you block out? Did you stop? Somebody walk in the room? Did you freeze? Is it my shit? Yo, what happened? See, these people when we be saying real shit. I just wanted to point this out, that this yin sapaka, which they call it, you might ask, what is it? It's when you're looking at somebody's eyes, you can tell by the position of their eyes what type of persona they are, right? So when they have white up under the iris of their eye, right? Spiritual meaning says that said to show a person's vulnerable to extraordinary forces, thought to be sensitive, empathetic, or out of balance, could reflect emotional or physical exhaustions in Eastern energy systems. This could mean that your yin energy is overwhelmed or unprotected, right? So a lot of times when women are forced to stay in their masculine energy and their yin is not protected by their yang. This is why a lot of women look for a yang to protect their yin, because they can stay in their masculine energy. But if a woman is not in a place where her yin is protected, then she can't soar to higher heights, because she's forced to stay in that survival, gotta stay on guard, pay attention type mindset, right? And this, in someone of this magnitude that is taking in different energies and different forces, this could cause different variations of psychosis. Okay, so the belief is this person may experience harm from the outside world, accidental illness, bad luck, so on and so forth, or being taken advantage of. In this case, this person was experiencing all of that at the same time because time has sped up, right? So if time has sped up, then in this person's vessel, all the things that this person was going through, the trials and tribulations that was laid out for this person was all happening at one time. Like all of her timelines was happening at the same exact time. She was going through trauma. She was going through bullying. She was going through feeling outcast. She was going through loneliness. She had people around her pouring in sadness and depression, right? Because she's an empath, right? So her spiritual empathetic side opened up, right? So now everybody around her, she's pulling in all the energies of the people around her, right? So when you have a group situation where one person is putting the whole group into a certain mindset, she's getting all of those energies that are coming in from that group collective. This is why they put the whole pandemic in place, to keep us 6 feet away from each other, right? Because in a 6-foot radius, you can feel each other's light body energy, right? So when you're fucking with the energy around people, you empath is pulling in more of that ether or energetic energy. So it's good to keep positive energy around them because that's what they're going to emulate. That's what they're going to, duplicate. That's what they're going to push off. But if you pushing out negative energy around the empath, then you're probably going to get that explosive, that, you know what I mean? But if you are around like a light being, a healer, right? A healer can be around the empath because it will keep that empath from building up those energies. The healer protects the empath from building up those energies, right? Because that's why you keep a handler around an empath, right? Because you want to tell that empath like, hey, calm down. That's not your energy. Let somebody else have that. That's not yours, right? And then also with the ability to heal comes the ability to take on a certain level. This is where the morning stars come in, right? So we take on a certain level of mourning and turn it into positivity. Thus far, when you have an empath and a morning star, the enhancement is that much greater. Lilith and you have Lucifer, right? So you have Lilith morning star and Lucifer morning star, right? Because Lucifer morning star was taking on Lilith's, he was able to tame and take on Lilith's madness, craziness, take over, the world is mine, so on and so forth. He was able to deal with that. A lot of y'all can't deal with it. So now that this Lilith energy has hit our vessels, our feminine sides of the vessels, a lot of y'all can't deal with it. So, a lot of y'all fighting and it's getting harder. Let's just say that it's getting harder. Let's take a song break real quick and get the likes up. Let's try to get the 10K likes so we can build the room up, get some more people in this room.
My man.
Which one haven't we listened to in a while?
I'm a content
Which
creator.
one haven't? It's okay.
This is my job.
Hey, I bet they mad.
From TikTok to YouTube to Twitch to Kick.
What? Nigga, we made it.
You be creators of nonsense, content of self-importance, hate spreading to no end, viral emptiness, no substance.
Oh, you good? It's going out here, so
it goes a long way when you spread that ish. Make it rain, just spray that ish. Real chosen ones out here to change that ish. From TikTok to YouTube to Twitch.
Yeah, we must be.
You can't flip the dip it. From TikTok to YouTube to Twitch to Kick. We built it, you can't flip me, dip it. Algorithms don't move us. We move to rhythm of truth in us. Hating on love. love in your sleep. Time is up, now we numbers deep.
Whoa.
One love in multiple forms, vibrating contrary to norms, creating waves worldwide, elevating frequencies high. From TikTok to YouTube to Twitch to Kick, get with it, we built it, you can't flip me dip it. From TikTok to YouTube to Twitch to Kick, get with it, we built it, you can't flip me dip it. You can't flip the script.
Whoa.
You haven't on that trip. Get with it, we built it. You can't flip me dip it.
These people don't understand. Stop trying to hog the spotlight and share that shit.
We're off to Wise. Talk to him.
We built this. To the moon. To the moon, Alice.
I'm a content creator.
It's okay.
This is my job.
Hey, I bet they mad.
From TikTok to YouTube to Twitch to Kick.
What? Nigga, we made it.
You be creators of nonsense, content of self-importance, hate spreading to no end, viral emptiness, no substance. Stop hogging the spotlight and just share that ish. It goes a longer way when you spread that ish. Make it way, and just spray that ish. Real chosen ones out here to change that ish. From TikTok to YouTube to Twitch to Kick, get with it, we built it, you can't flip me dip it. From TikTok to YouTube to Twitch to Kick, get with it, we built it, you can't flip me dip it. Algorithms don't move us, we move to rhythm of truth in us. Hating on love in your sleep. Time is up, now we numbers deep.
Whoa.
One love in multiple forms, vibrating contrary to norms, creating waves worldwide, elevating frequencies high. From TikTok to YouTube to Twitch to Kick, get with it, we built it, you can't flip me dip it. From TikTok to YouTube to Twitch to Kick, get with it, we built it, you can't flip.
You said the storm.
Yeah, it's a storm moving in, but ain't no trees moving, ain't no breeze outside. Everything is just still. The windmill next door ain't even moving, and that's up in the upper. That's up in the upper. You know what I mean? I hear the thunder and stuff like that, but I don't see no wind moving outside. You supposed to be like it's supposed to be like high winds. It's supposed to. Well, they said that due to these seas that we're going to hear louder thunder now. So thunder going to be louder, you know what I mean, because of this disruption in our ocean or whatever in the Southern Ocean, right? But there's no wind out there. Right. There's not a breeze outside, and thunder rolling through the sky. How the fuck is thunder clouds rolling through the sky with no breeze? What the hell is up there? The dragon?
You know how our weather is.
Man, it be changing so much now. They can't predict it, and now they taking away weather stations. So now the weather stations can't even tell us what the hell going on, because they said that the emergency is going to be a little bit late.
Yeah, it's definitely strange.
It just looked weird though to see that it's no because I'm looking at the trees, looking at the top of the trees see.
Have you witnessed any sunsets since it's been summertime?
I did catch a couple of sunsets, just because I have the luxury of what? Did it start winning?
Because I've been trying to catch one, and I'll be researching all different kind of topics, and I'm trying to see. I have not yet seen the sun set as if it was going down like 8:30, 9 o'clock. Usually I'll catch them.
Ain't that bad. Yeah, it's been going down at like 9:30. I've been catching it around like 9:30.
Right. Because I'm
9:30, 9:45.
Hypothesis on that one.
Vigel? Can you hear us? Are you there? All right, hit the follow button. Everybody hit the follow button if y'all want me to drop them. Hit the follow button if y'all want me to drop them. Everybody hit the follow button if y'all want me to drop them. I know what be happening. Like people, look, I'm going to tell you, like with TikTok, people will jump in the box, and then what they'll do is they're waiting for other people to come into the room that they got on standby. And then once they see them people come into the room or type in the comment section, then they'll start the conversation. Because what they're trying to do is, while they're trying to get the conversation for you to say some shit, the people that they got coming in the room job is to spam your shit. So if you ain't really got nothing to say, don't jump in the box, please.
We're talking business.
Because I'm gonna get you out the box. Anyway, but yeah, so this situation right here, I think it could go either way. And I'm leaning more towards the side of her getting leniency due to mental health, because mental health scares are at an all-time high and there's nothing protecting it, right?
Mm-hmm.
What laws is really protecting mental health right now? It's like people run into mental health people all the time, but they treat them a certain type of way. So it's not like and they don't have they ain't got no type of fundings that's helping them. Like she should have been getting like a SSI check, right? Unless she want to deny the fact that she was, you know what I mean?
I think maybe because when it comes to mental health, you got to remember back in the 80s and 90s, like Oakland County had a mental health hospital in Michigan, and they tore it down.
They did away with it.
Mental health money went into Social Security.
Some of those mental health facilities they turned into boys, juvenile centers and yeah.
And somebody like Afeni, it's more like the leniency. I think she'll get it because off the top, all her traits and everything is in the public.
Right.
And I think it'll be by this being having a female governor too. We got a woman governor, so it's gonna be a touchy one. We got compassion for the deceased,
but this is going to
going on in the world.
But this is going to
fell in love with her.
Either way this go, this is about to disrupt the public.
Yeah, you already know the time, man. You cracking it open.
So that's why I keep on trying to tell people, like, look, man, prepare yourself. Whatever you think is about to happen, you know what I'm saying, in this whole situation, prepare yourself to be, because if
it hit a lot of people in their vulnerability, because it hit me. And I'm a grown man.
Is it you think it's made? You think it's made to traumatize a whole civilization? Do you think the trauma bonding of this?
About that one, that's a good question. I haven't thought about it like that, to be honest with you.
It's a black mother of 6. The father's incarcerated.
Mm-hmm.
How many of us appeal to that? Dad locked up, mom struggling, mom get took out. That's a side of it. The Afeni side of it, black young daughter, exiled from her family because of her religious beliefs or non-wanting to participate in religious beliefs, right? And then threw out to the wolves, taken advantage of by let's say that this Wayne Fisher is the YT gentleman that is going around on these pictures, right? So now you have a YT gentleman taking advantage of a young black disturbed mind, you know what I'm saying, with the McDonald's manager possibly being that of a bully or something of a, I don't know what we call them now in the communities, when you got somebody that treat their own people like shit but treat everybody else good.
They call them coons.
Well, whatever it is that they call, right? Let's just say, so this is one of those situations that, and no matter what direction you look at this, it is a trauma bonder.
Right. In many different directions.
In many different directions, yes. And even if you're looking at the workforce direction, saying that management is always treating, understaffed like bullshit. You know what I mean?
Right. And then, because I went inside a few fast foods, I went into a few restaurants the last couple of days, Mark G. And you know, you can tell when you look at people, just their face expressions, that something happened, even though it didn't happen at this particular location. It happened at all of them. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Well, you know
Just
what?
the way.
Okay.
Yeah,
I want y'all to think about this. I want y'all to think about this. What if this energy is fucking with the crystals that's under the ground? And if we keep on pushing out this energy, it's going to cause Yellowstone Park to erupt. I'm just saying. What if? Because them animals is leaving the park. Something's going on. What if the tension and this negative energy that we are pumping off, what if it's causing a backup in the crystal frequencies of this that's up under us, and possibly it could cause, you know, the eruption of that dormant volcano, and that's why the animals is leaving. Because as this tension build up, you know, it's going to cause that eruption.
Yeah, I've heard. I can see that happening because I believe in that type of shit. Because you know, the day
I mean, they're harvesting that they're harvesting this energy for something. This negative energy is not being, and it's not being built up. I mean, it's not a coincidence that it's being built up in specific places. You know what I mean? New York with the Diddy trial, and now Detroit, right?
Right. Because they gotta come our way sooner or later, right?
When you're looking at these different cities and you're looking at different energy lines, right? You got the situation with Diddy in New York, right? And now you have the situation with right here in Detroit, right? And then the last piece of it will be for something to take place in California,
right?
With No Jumper and Whack 100 and 607
Okay.
Because that would be all of the people that they're affecting are seemingly in those categories. Ray J, Nicki Minaj, all of this hip hop stuff that's going on, whoever they're affecting is paying attention to that type of genre. Does that make sense?
You mean just the death of chaos going on in the public.
In a certain community though. You know, you see with Tyler Perry, you see with you know what I mean? It's like everywhere we turn, we not winning.
Right.
But we winning. Well, you know, you got Kai Cenat, you got Rakai, you got Reggie, you got, you know what I'm saying, a couple of these young streamers and stuff. You get what I'm saying? So it's like it's almost like what you're seeing is like one of those out with the old, in with the new type things.
Replenishment.
Or replacement. Some form of gentrification is going on, and I just can't put my finger on it.
Because I mean, since the fires in California, the whole theory of smart cities.
But see, in order to get to those smart cities, you would have to say that everybody is on one accord. And how can you push a nation that's so divided to put them on one accord?
Cause chaos.
Then that would say that someone's controlling the chaos.
Yep. Break it, then fix it.
Tear it down to build it up. The Baphomet way.
Yeah, so people can lose information, history, lose the consciousness of what's really going on because we too busy trying to survive. They want us running like them bears I seen yesterday.
So while we focused on survival, they rewrite history as we know it.
Right, and they got all the resources to actually function. In my mind.
Damn.
Anything else after that is supernatural. If it ain't the big bad secrets, whatever out there doing it, it's supernatural to me.
Okay, so if we was to go into the supernatural, then we can say that somewhere on a different scale, someone is playing with energies that is controlling different vessels down here that's putting them in the operation to treat people the way that they treating people.
I think from my research discussing energy, the low vibrating, like on the tree of life, I studied the tree of life 15 years, and they keep us on the earthly level of the tree of life: food, sex, substances, things like that, houses, and we all trying to get to heaven. We all trying to get to a better day. Everybody you talk to trying to get to their next moment of whatever they desire while we alive. But where I think we should be aiming towards, knowing that the world is falling, but it don't necessarily mean me and your soul and your spirit is not going to happen, or we ain't walking into, like you say, we losing and winning. I heard you. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I feel like my life, I'm a win anyway to my dying day. And I feel like my spirit is winning because I'm on the right side of God. That's how I feel.
And even though you might not be winning in the material world, you're rich in the spirit.
Exactly. That's how I've always thought, even as a child. But now that I'm a grown man and I'm starting to interpret it with people like you, y'all can pinpoint certain things because you got experiences. Do you feel like you evil? Hell no, you don't.
I mean, I don't even question myself about that or not, because it's not up to me to determine what I am, right? It's just up to me to be me. Someone else would determine whether my deeds are good or bad. I can't determine whether my deeds are good or bad. I could just keep on doing what I'm doing. Someone else will have to put that title on my deeds. It's almost like, trying to give yourself a nickname in the hood. You know what I mean? Like, somebody else got to give you that nickname. The city got to give you that nickname, and then you got to choose whether you embrace that shit or not. You know what I'm saying? You sound dumb as hell. You coming out talking about something. Call me Chuck E. Like Chuck E. Like nigga, your name Chucky.
Right.
Like nah, like Chuck E. Like Chuck E.
Right.
So you can't just make up shit and just go around and be like, in my city they used to call me Killer Man. Like, nah, bro, they didn't call you nothing like that.
Right.
They ain't call you
gonna
that.
say something to you.
Right. They ain't call you that. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe Pac-Man, the way you eating shit up, but not. But no, like, it's like you said, like when you look at it, we're subject to our environment, and if our environment has embraced pew pew stabbings, all of this stuff, then it's almost like we're prone to it. Like, think about it, like and I hate to use this reference, right? But when you get locked up, right, the first couple of nights that you're there, first couple of weeks, you hearing the doors slam, you hearing the calls that's going on at night, you hearing bagging baggage in the middle of the night, and then somewhere along the couple of weeks that you start, that shit become fucking normal, and you sleeping right through it.
Right.
The doors opening, that shit becomes normal, and you sleeping right through it. That tells you that we're creatures of habit. You know what I mean? This motherfucker.
Our frequency, like I think I learned that as the cognitive.
Yeah.
If you can pick that up, you automatically think in fourth dimension. You
Yeah.
hear the doorknob turn. You hear, I can go outside, like you say. I can count the kids in my neighborhood through my ear.
Right.
That type of shit.
But
like
that's clairvoyancy, though. To be able to use your other senses while you are a lot of people be using their eyes, and they'll tell you to be quiet, like they can't use their ears too. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of people think about it like this. You got a lot of people in the city. What do the first thing they do when they go to concentrate on parallel parking is turn the music down.
Yeah.
So like when you thinking about this, it's almost like somewhere down the line, people have to remember that they are multidimensional, because you're using multiple dimensions. Just like right now, we're using multiple dimensions right now. You're using your ears, your mouth, and your brain, you know, right now to engage in this level of coercing.
Yeah.
And that's being multidimensional. I mean, you can sit and be in thought by yourself, right? You can sit and listen by yourself, right? You can sit and talk by yourself, right? But if you're doing all three of them at the same time, listening, thinking, and talking, is that not three tasks at one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that's multifaceted, multidimensional, multi whatever. But that's what I say. You would have to break down every individual. Why is the table shaking? Is it a phone ringing on the table? Or is that the thunder outside? Oh, that's your phone ringing. Your phone. So when you look at this, it's like everything is based off of how one perceives this world. If you perceive it to be, you know, full of hate, then hate is what you shall perceive.
Yeah.
So a lot of
I think a lot of us, including myself, you know, because I can't sit up here and tell you I always knew what I knew. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
now it's more like I understand where a lot of people get lost coming into this world, like you say. They don't use all their talents, multi-dimensions.
Right.
As far as your mind and your thinking. Because it's simple. I think it comes with having a want to learn and develop your mind to deal with the world. Because we took, you know, this young girl did this, and we can see so many dimensions within her level of experience. We can see where she came from and how she led here, and you know, because we kind of, like you say, outside of the trauma bonding, we powerful beings. We just don't use all of our powers. It's something trying to keep us from becoming great, because our people's is highly intelligent.
You know, I thought about this like a long time ago, and I was like, and I broke it down, and I thought about this so many times, and I was like, okay, so and bear with me because I got to walk you through this, how I walk myself through it in my mind. Okay, all right. So in my mind, I kept on arguing with myself about the biblical text. Well, when Adam and Eve decided to hide themselves from God, and I said, how would they hide themselves from God? And say, and normally you would think like, okay, what they did was they got leaves and stuff, and they hid, you know, their private areas from God. But that would be a man's way of thinking that was that, you know what I mean? Because if they're in the garden, then they're watching animals and stuff that's walking around in their natural. So that wouldn't be a way that they can hide themselves from God, right? But when I started studying like the DNA and how we use the 23 of our chromosomes in 4 strands of our DNA, when it's actually 36 inside those 4 strands that we're supposed to be using, or inside the 3 strands that we're supposed to be using, it's supposed to be 36 chromosomes that we use. But they say there was a time that we used all 12 DNA strands, which was 144 chromosomes. Could that be the hiding from God that they're talking about? Is when they dropped us down on the DNA spectrum ladder to where as though we are not as high of functioning beings. Like, okay. And then if we are multidimensional beings, is it us that are operating the UFOs in a different consciousness?
Somebody asked a question yesterday. I heard a gentleman say the 144, he described that as being Superman, right? And then a lady came along and said, oh, you don't got the light. That's not of Jesus. So my interpretation, I think the 144,000, it's the frequency. It's the music.
Right. It's a frequency. It's crystals. It's 144 within inside the vessel. So there's 12 crystals with inside the vessel, but if all 12 of those crystals,
our bodies are organs, right? Our bodies are like music.
Yeah.
Our heart, everything, whatever we do to it, however we play a note, we can play a bad note. Oh, my chest hurt. I can play a good note. Oh, my heart feel good. So I'm walking outside. I'm vibing off vibration. Somebody playing with frequencies out here.
Why y'all put this stuff back in the freezer? And then bring it in. I was gonna make spaghetti. What y'all planning on? What y'all planning on cooking? Y'all planning on cooking something else? I do want spaghetti, right? Do we have a product? So yeah, y'all want spaghetti, right? Make some spaghetti. Maybe make some spaghetti tonight. I'll make some spaghetti tonight. And don't worry, I don't have no roots to put in it. That's why, you know, men are allowed to make spaghetti and women are not allowed to make spaghetti. That's why you're allowed to eat my spaghetti and you ain't allowed to eat their spaghetti. All right. So we're safe. Spaghetti is secure. That's why my mama taught me to make my own spaghetti instead of, so I'll never fall victim to no roots, you know? And why do y'all women always want to cook red pasta as the first meal? And with that shit, is that like something that's like program is like your first meal? Is like, what do you cook? Spaghetti. I hope you like it. No, never mind. Abort. Appreciate the follow. Let me give you a follow back. Appreciate the follow. But yeah, I think this whole situation is going to be very surprising, very shocking. And I think the outcome of it is going to put a little bit more awareness around the whole mental health and how we need to, you know, talk to each other a little bit more compassionately. Like if I'm in a group that can deal with some certain degrees of conversation, then yeah, I'm gonna give it to them. Like in the Discord, we already know in the Discord, don't come in here with that trauma bond and shit. Don't come in here. Like, so in the Discord, we already have certain levels of stuff. You know what I mean? Not now in the Discord, because the Discord, my Discord seems to be seasonal, and I guess this ain't the season for it. So right now, I don't see too many people or activity in the Discord. So I guess it, you know, I'm kind of seasonal with some people. Like they fuck with me seasonally. You know what I mean? So like right now, I'm out of season. You know what I mean? So all my sister wives and shit, they disappeared and shit. I don't know where none of my sister wives at. They all just, you know what I'm saying? I had 27 of them, but I don't know where none of them at now. So you know, usually you would know where your wives was at. You know, that's how, you know, sister wives work. They let you know where they at, but it seems like all mines have been MIA for like the last 2 weeks, and I don't know where they at. So I don't know what message they getting. Maybe they moved to another Discord, and I just don't know about it. That happens sometimes. You know, that can happen sometimes. They just transfer to a whole new location, and you know that's it. But you know,
yes, this young girl, man, she opened up some eyes to a lot of things. I mean, it's so much. It's not bigger than her, but it's bigger than her in so many ways.
Yeah. Well, I'm tell you what, I'm going to be promoting a get together, you know, for, you know, just to gather and just to be at peace with one another and kick it. You know, I got to figure out the details, make sure, you know, that it's available for the weekend for the 25th. And, you know, I'm going, you know, put the flyers together and get everybody to come out here to, you know, the farm.
For sure.
Yeah.
Definitely. I'm going to go ahead and fall back in the comments, man. I just wanted to comment and let you know I'm checking your live out.
Say that. I hit you with a follow. I followed you.
Your real talk, man. I appreciate you. You talking real stuff. I'm learning too. You know, if it's something that I gotta chime in on, I'm gonna chime in on. That just me. My name Rich.
All right, Rich.
Definitely appreciate you, though.
Everybody call me Atlas, but you know my name Ralph.
Do you accept TikTok gifts?
Yeah. It TikTok gifts is available on here.
Okay,
I got an agency on TikTok, and I do, you know, I have the subscription set up and all of that stuff set up. I don't promote it as much as a lot of other content creators because in my mind I feel like, you know, when people want to subscribe to your page, they're gonna figure out how to do it. I don't try to get people to operate outside of their will. I think if they have a will to do it, they're gonna do it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, you know, peace. Peace, man. Peace. I'm gonna holler at you though. I see you in the comment section. Appreciate the gifts. Love is love. Namaste. I say.
Let me get out of here.
I say. I'll drop you down. Okay, there you go. All right, there you go. Sometimes carnival, Sundance time over here. We love you. Okay. I see you saying. I know. Love is love. Love is love. Namaste. I say salutation. I be joking. I'm just joking sometimes. Financials ain't in my favor. Oh, okay. I'm sorry to hear that. But this is just a gathering, though. This is not, you know what I'm saying? I get everybody's not going to be able to support. We understand everybody's going through stuff. I'm saying I just don't see y'all in the Discord no more. I only see y'all watching shit about, you know, the Knot or Maggie anymore. I don't see y'all watching Danny Robinson in the Discord no more. You know what I'm saying? Guess y'all found somewhere else to watch the shit. It's okay. I'm gonna get a replenishment. TikTok. Do y'all got any people out there that want to join the Sister Wives? Apparently, I thought I had 27, but they all disappeared. So I got 27. Okay. Not 27. They all letting disappear. It might be 23 open slots. Huh? I got 23 open slots. They all left me. I can't even go to the Discord for advice anymore. They don't respond. It's terrible. I don't know what to do. I'm feeling more alone than ever. I need the rise of the Phoenix. I need the rise of the Phoenix to happen right now. I need a reboot, reamplification of my Discord, man. I need some supporters, man. Y'all gonna make me cry like no nuts. Come to Australia. I would come to Australia. I looked it up, but y'all don't like felonies. Y'all don't like felons in the down under. So I got to get some stuff expunged off my records. It's been about what 06. So it's been a good amount of years, going on 20 years, but you know, I still got to get some shit expunged first before I can get to the down under. You know, Australia's strict with shit. They don't be letting just anybody in. All them fucking crocodiles and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm joking. I'm just joking with the TikTok. Costa Rica. Nah, I don't know what I could do with Costa Rica. Traveling, it'd be nice to travel though. But once again, you gotta have the funds to travel. See, once I start putting these homesteads all over America, right? Then I'm gonna have unlimited funds, and then I'm gonna be like helping people, you know what I'm saying, get to these different homesteads. So once I get some investors behind me to help build these homesteads, you know, I got some places already. I just ain't got the people. So once I get the investors behind me, that's going to see like, okay, we see that you can draw in the people. Let's see what you can do. Because there's rich people out there that want to invest their money into new ideas. They just can't find the people that got the new ideas. And, you know, my name ain't ringing bells enough to get to the right investors. I mean, I did sit down with Timberland, but Timberland was more so on the line of like looking for talent so he can use them to come out with AI music, you know, but I'm looking for like the real investors, somebody that's trying to, you know, turn something into billions, you know. But the Yellowstone situation, the Yellowstone situation is getting hectic right now. I don't know. Y'all should be scared. I'm not scared. I know what is, always was, and always will be. As above, so below, as without, so within. So I'm not scared. I'm prepared, but I ain't scared. You know what I'm saying? I'm prepared, but I ain't scared. All right. I think I need a shirt that say that. I'm prepared, but I ain't scared. All right. So just know that. However we look at this, you know, great things is happening. A lot of things is happening. You know, I want to run into somebody that's got money so that way they can invest in me, and then I can buy the land, start having retreats, stuff like that. Or they can buy the land and I can just have retreats out there and pull people in. Somewhere down the line, I got to find the investors to get this first homestead off the ground properly. I had a guy in North Carolina that was trying to sell me like 12 acres for like 100,000. But I kept on trying to get him to show me the 12 acres for 100,000. And he kept on trying to show me a fucking funeral, talking about something. Yeah, I ain't got nobody that's gonna take over the funeral home. My sons is fuck ups. What do you think? You think you want to buy a funeral home? I mean, what the fuck I'm gonna do with a funeral home? You think I want to be around dead people all damn day? Fuck out of here. I'm talking about, I'm sitting here trying to celebrate life and build homesteads, watch shit grow. This motherfucker try to sell me death. I'm what? Count me out. I mean, he really trying to talk me into it. That motherfucker told me to meet him up there. I'm talking to him about the 100 acres. He say, well, you know, just meet me up at the funeral home. You know where the funeral home is at down in Lancaster. Yeah, meet me at the funeral home. And when I get there, motherfucker act like he didn't remember the phone call conversation. I said, you know what? Yeah, at this point, I don't think it's your son. I think it's you. I think it's you at this point. I said, so what about the 100 acres that you got? He made it seem like he didn't feel comfortable selling me the 100 acres unless I can buy the funeral home. So yeah, we got the Cobos Landing in North Carolina where we building at. Cobos Landing. You can look that up online. So Rex and them is down there. I haven't been able to get back down there yet to start anything. I was going to put like 3 buildings down there in order to put the people in the building to help with the crops and the homesteading. Haven't got around to that. Been stuck up here on this farm situation in Detroit. And we have another farm that's located close by with the antique shop that we got to, you know, do some stuff for. So we might possibly be bringing that to the table. And then if once we get in touch with them and find out if it's, you know, if this, well, we'll have to go out there again, but I'll show you what we're talking about. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm probably going to, I don't know. I need to send this to the right people, because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see if we can put together like the money for like some of those sheds, you know, those small buildings that you can actually make like a 1-room like nice place out of, right? I want to buy a couple of them and put them on the property, and then, you know, maybe do like a what they call like a glamping type area. When we walk through it, like he was telling us, like, you know, we can use this for this and we can do this over here and da 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 da. So it's looking like it could be a great project. Yurts are cool. We actually have a yurt. We have one of those center yurts that you just set up with a pole and it has a circle space inside. So we bought a yurt when we was in South Carolina. You can actually make them look good. Now, the only problem with a yurt is you have to make sure it's tied down, so the wind, and then you might want to make it off the ground so that way water won't get in it. But the yurts do have windows inside of them to where as though you can release it, and the whole bottom half of the yurt actually zips apart, so you can lift the top off of it and just have the layout in case you need it to, you know, sweep it off, clean it off, or whatever. But yeah, I like yurts. We had the guy Thor. He's got a couple of areas out there that look good for yerks, and yeah, you definitely got to put it on a small foundation if you're gonna like either a small platform or something elevated off the ground, so that way when it rains, you're not taking because but yerks are I liked it the yerk. I thought it was spacious on the inside. I was gonna put the crystals and stuff in there to set up like a little yerk store, just to sell crystals and stuff out of it. So once the retreats and stuff start, and it even had like a little air conditioning window, like the yerk had like an air conditioning window pocket. So I thought that was pretty cool that you can buy like a little air conditioning vent for the yurt and set it up. I was like, oh yeah, this is the elite right here. It had like a little window that you can like put like a little AC thing to it to pump like good air into the yurt. Like it's a nice yurt. We got it outside. We just ain't set it up here at this farm. We're gonna actually build on a different farm that has like a water hole and a swimming hole and a pond to fish from. Catch and release, of course, catch and release. But I think we can make some great things happen. I just got to get the right investors, get the right people involved. Not to say the right people are not involved already, because the Atlas family is great, so I appreciate all of y'all. Make sure you have some childs. Nah, I think I'm going with the big dogs. I'm going with King Corsos. I think I'm going with 2 King Corsos. Wood burning in the wintertime, absolutely. And I don't think I did the videos of the I don't think I did the videos of the I don't think we went through the videos of the antique shop. There's a bunch of stuff at the antique shop, so we're gonna have like a open TikTok auction for some of the stuff that's in the antique shop. We're gonna put together a website for the stuff that's in the antique shop so people can purchase it online and stuff like that. We got a lot of projects that's happening right now. We're gonna have the great amount of people. If I get a child, it'll be a purple tongue child. If I get a child, it'll be a purple tongue child. That way, if he bites somebody, I know they're a goner. Yeah, get me a purple tongue child. Fuck it, I know what I'm gonna get. I'm gonna get me a chupacabra. Yeah. That's what I'm gonna get me, a motherfucker chupacabra. Yeah, boy. Fuck with me if you want to. Sick my chupacabra on you. A lot of people don't know what a chupacabra is. Because a lot of people that seen the chupacabra is not here no more. That's why you don't know what a chupacabra is. There's a lot of people that seen chupacabras, it's gone. Go down to Mexico and ask them what a chupacabra is. They'll tell you. Motherfucking chupacabras make your ass disappear. Fuck around and chupacabra your life away. I'm gonna fuck around and get me a hybrid. I'm gonna mix a pit bull with a chupacabra, see what I come out with. Yeah. I don't know. That shit come from Mexican folklore. So I'm gonna mix me a motherfucker chupacabra with a pit bull. See if I can give a chupacabra lockjaw. Motherfucker chupacabra lock on your ass. Yeah, that motherfucker probably bite through bone or some shit. Motherfucker, if you mix a chupacabra with a pit bull, you probably get a dinosaur. You hear me? For real. You mix a chupacabra with a pit bull, you fuck around and get a T-Rex. Yeah, boy. Yeah. I'm gonna mix that shit with sugar and spice and everything nice. It'll be a Chupacabra bull massive, or Chupacabra terrier or some shit. Enter that motherfucker in the dog shows and everything. Body like a chihuahua, lockjaw like a pit bull. Yeah. Bite through steel. Shit like that. Bite bark off of trees and shit. Chuka, my little Chuka. That's what I'm gonna name him. My little Chuka. Little Chuka, get in here. Yeah, my little Chupacabra. I think I'm gonna have to learn Spanish. Well, even more Spanish than what I already know. Because if I'm gonna get a Chupacabra, then I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna need to be able to speak to it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to be like, "Adios, coño, do my day," shit like that. I'm gonna have to get my yeah. I'm gonna have to brush up on my rosary. You can't have a Chupacabra and not speak Spanish. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they go together. I think if you happen to be in possession of a Chupacabra, I think you got to know, Spanish. I think it comes with it. I think when you buy a Chupacabra, it gives you like a Spanish handbook and shit. Yeah. To tell you how to deal with the Chupacabra. Yeah. You're not supposed to say stuff to the Chupacabra like Tango Labia, stuff like that. I think it comes with a guideline, some sort of book. Yep, I'm gonna get me a Chupacabra, guys. Don't worry about it. A Chuka Labrador? Nah, I don't want one of them. We are not trying to create no air bud. I ain't trying to get this motherfucker to play basketball or none of that shit. He there for one thing and one thing only, to be a shadow and do perimeter checks around the house. That's what the Chupacabra is there for. To be a shadow and a Chuka-doodle. A Chupacabra doodle. What would that be? Would that be a chopper doodle? You want you a chopper doodle? Picture me. See, I'm 6'5". I can't have no small dog. I tried it. One time I had to walk my sister's dog and shit, and everybody kept looking at me. I had to keep telling everybody like it was my sister's dog. I was like, it's not my dog. It's not my dog. For real. I was walking around like I was big as hell, walking around with this small ass dog. I had to keep on telling people, it's not my dog. It's not my dog. All right. Y'all know y'all be thinking that same shit when y'all see these big ass muscle builders and shit like that with motherfucking poodles and shit in their hand. Like, ain't no way your big ass got that little ass dog. We got maybe a Doberman or something like that. I wasn't ashamed. It wasn't my preference of a dog. Here I am walking around, gangster clothing, 6'5", fairly muscular, looking like an athlete, and I got this motherfucking little ass dog with me. Come on. I gotta protect the motherfucking dog. Every time somebody go or walk by, the dog get to running around me and hiding behind me and shit. Most people get dogs for their protection. I get a dog, I gotta protect it. This shit ain't right. Something ain't right with this. I'm just saying. Speak scenario. A rat on the leash. Huh? Love little dogs. Like a griffin? Damn, if they bring back them old, I'm signing me. Look, sign me up, man. If they start selling motherfucking griffins and shit like that, if they say that we can ride, matter of fact, let me save my money up right now just in case one of them ostriches mix with something, and then we got to ride Tyrannosaurus Rex and shit. If the Chinese do got an underground cave that got dinosaurs in that motherfucker, let me get ready for, because if they start selling dinosaurs, I promise you, I'm buying one expeditiously. You hear me? I'm gonna be the first nigga in the hood riding the motherfucking Raptor or some shit. And I ain't, oh no? No?
No. They're smarter than people.
A Raptor?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be the first nigga in the hood riding the motherfucking T-Rex.
Again.
Come to find out, T-Rexes don't eat meat. They actually only have sharp teeth because they eat bark and stuff like that. They're vegetarians.
Oh.
Yeah, I studied them first. That's how you know I'm gonna be the first nigga with it, because I already studied them.
They got those little arms.
Yeah.
You can't really do much.
I already studied them. All you gotta do is stand right in front of them. They can't even see you because their eyes is on the side of their head. Yeah. You just gotta stand real still. See, I'm already dinosaur ready. Yeah. You feel me? Mm-hmm. I'm already dinosaur ready.
There's a lot of other dinosaurs that are more tame and friendly and.
Why would I want one of them?
Because then they won't hurt.
Well, I can't ride that motherfucker. I need something big enough. That's cool.
You can ride it.
But let me ask you this: look, if everybody else got dinosaurs too, right? I want the dinosaur that the other dinosaurs get scared of, right? Because what if a motherfucker come rob me with a dinosaur? Nah, I just want a T-Rex. Why are you adding new stuff to the equation? Fuck. Can we just deal with the sale of dinosaurs first? Like, why are you adding Godzilla to the equation? That's a whole different equation right there. We gotta crossbreed some shit to get that first. We gotta get the dinosaurs first. How you jump already to Godzilla and shit? Like, damn, you already came with the amplified gamma shit and all of that. Like, we got to get to the dinosaurs first and then start fucking with the DNA of the dinosaurs and then fuck around and make a Godzilla. Okay. You know what I'm saying? You can't. Damn. You got to get to that shit. She already jumped straight to Godzilla. You don't want a dragon. You don't want a dragon. You want a Godzilla. Well, damn. I didn't know they was evolving that fast. I thought you had to turn a Charmander into a Charizard to a yeah, I thought it was evolution when you catching these Pokemon. Cause that's what we about to turn into. A world of gotta catch them all. If a cave or some type of tunnel just starts spilling out little fuzzy creatures, shit, you can't tell me. I'm going Digimon crazy. You hear me? Everybody else gonna be in the city running and shit. Oh my god, I'm gonna be out that motherfucker like Ash Ketchum. I'll be out that motherfucker like Ash Ketchum trying to get me some motherfucking furries and shit. Oh, y'all gonna be scared as hell. I'm gonna be trying to learn the language. As soon as they pop up, I'm gonna be like Pika, Pika P. Like, I'm trying to figure it out. Which one is you? Shit, you feel me? I'm trying to figure some shit out. I know a lot of y'all just gonna throw something at it and run. I know. I promise you, for real. Think about it. I want all y'all to put in y'all mind right now. If a motherfucker a stitch dropped in y'all living room right now, how y'all responding? Huh? Is y'all gonna hide Stitch from the family? If a motherfucker alien knocked on your motherfucker door right now, befriended you, huh? If a Stitch just happened to,
alien movies have been teaching us since the beginning that we gotta hide them.
Hiding in your basement. What if that motherfucker hiding in your basement? You go down there to wash clothes. He in the washing machine and shit, and he looking all cute and shit. You know what I'm saying? Are you gonna keep him?
Yeah.
Yep. I'm in my line of work. I'm on some batteries not included type shit. I'm waiting for some astronomical shit to happen around me so I can embrace that moment. You feel me? I'm waiting for. I promise you. I be opening closet doors, hoping I'm looking at the Chronicles of Narnia. You hear me? I'm waiting for some real magical shit I ain't telling nobody else that I'm waiting for this shit to happen, but I'm ready to step into the Lion, the Witch, and the motherfucking wardrobe. You hear me? I'm you know what I mean? I ain't telling nobody else this is what I'm hoping for, but I'm hoping to open up a motherfucking closet door and step into a whole new. I'm ready to open up a closet door and see a whole new world behind that motherfucker. That's how it is with me. And inside of me, the possibilities are endless. You hear me? I'm waiting. All y'all sitting there trying to stay in this idea, zombified function of reality. Shit. I'm sitting here rolling the dice. I'm ready for a motherfucker named Filecore to come pick me up. I need a motherfucker, I need a long ass white dog outside named Falco or something. For real. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. I'm ready. I'm ready to walk in the library and books start flying past my head. You hear me? Huh? I don't know about y'all, but every now and then, you know, I guess the conscious level of this world might be so low. I'm ready for these motherfuckers to start like a real Harry Potter school. I'm ready to go to Hogwarts. I'm signing up for that shit. And don't tell me I ain't supposed to be there. I don't give a fuck how old it is when that motherfucker start. The Harry Potter store is cool, so I don't give a fuck what you say. Don't be like, yo, nigga, you down there 50. I don't give a fuck. Y'all should have started it back then. And I wouldn't have had to sign up for this shit now. You hear me? I don't give a fuck at what age it is. I already got my wine and everything. I'm ready to expecto patronum some shit. You hear me? Soon as that motherfucker start up, you gonna see my name at. I don't give a fuck what age I'm at. I could be 89 years old. As soon as these motherfuckers say Hardworth is opening up, I'm signing up for that shit. You better put me in the back of the classroom. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't care. I'll be the oldest nigga in that bitch. I promise you. I'm being that motherfucker year one. You hear me? Year one student. You hear me? I'm gonna be in that motherfucker Hufflepuff. You know what I'm saying? Slytherin. Shit. I have so much excitement. Y'all don't understand. Since I've been a kid, I've been waiting for motherfucking magic to be released back into this world. Something inside of me is telling me that magic is real. And that's what keep on connecting me to all these sci-fi movies and shit like that. I'm waiting. One spark of motherfucking magic and I'm on my way. You hear me? If they tell me a school of magicians open, I don't give a I am on my way. You hear me? I don't give a fuck. I'm ready to be the librarian, something. I'm ready to jump into a motherfucking portal and go to the 75 dimensions of this universe. Some shit. Huh? I know this. I know something. I know it's more out there. This is just a design that we created, but there's other designs out there. Otherwise, your mind wouldn't be able to fathom. If other things didn't exist out there, there would be no way that you would be able to have these thoughts of other galaxies or dimensions or, you know, cartoons, so on and so forth. Shit, I'm ready to go see what's in the other bubbles. You hear me? I'm ready to go see within some of these other bubbles. Shit, I'm ready to take that Homer. You remember when Homer fell down the motherfucker steps into the basement, tripped into a whole new dimension? Give me one of those episodes. No drugs included. Just let that shit be what it is. And when I don't bring me back so motherfuckers can look at me all weird. Let other motherfuckers see it. Let other motherfuckers experience that shit too. So when I come back talking about it, they ain't talking about something. Oh yeah, he must be tripping off of ayahuasca or DNT or something. Nah. When this shit happened, I want that shit to be like, let that shit be a portal that I had enough guts to step into. If that motherfucker, I promise you, if they tell what if they said a Stargate has opened up in Iraq or Iran, right? But they can't figure out how to turn it on. And they let everybody come test and see if their frequency matches that what you call them? Who was that?
Her original charge. She had it.
So she had a pew pew.
Yeah.
Original charge is carrying a pew
With
pew.
intent.
So where was that? What time was that?
This was on the 10th when she was charged with M1.
So the M1 charge, and she had a pew pew.
Yep. Apparently. So why did she go for the?
Why'd she go for the knife if she had a pew pew?
Right.
Was it empty? Was it?
Maybe it wasn't loaded, but
I thought that weapon with intent was meaning a knife charge. They messed it up on the internet and said that she got pew pew.
right. But this is federal court documents. This is the case. And I also found
Why
out,
is it in front of federal court? Why not state court?
I don't.
The feds picked this
that?
up.
Where does it say that? This is Michigan. Michigan court case. So this is her premeditated M1.
Homicide and murder, first degree.
And then dangerous
7/11,
weapon.
2012. The jail. What jail is that? Did it say?
Didn't say. It doesn't say. It's not giving a lot.
Dangerous weapon carried with intent.
Yeah.
Go up.
Oh, sorry. I don't know what you're saying. Oh.
Unlawful intent.
Arraigned on 11. All this stuff is like still open.
Okay, keep going down.
No bond.
Springfield.
Hmm?
Go up some.
Oh.
Why I say hearing set for 7:30?
Oh, because there's the probable cause conference.
Oh, and then the preliminary is not until 7:30.
Yeah, and some of them you can go to, and some of them
Probable cause, all of them will be over the phone, over the what you call.
But these are all of the things that have occurred since.
Malicious actions.
So complaint, scheduled arraignment, stood mute.
You mean still mute?
She instead of not guilty.
They charged her for that?
She stood mute. No. So this is just all the
description
changes.
of it. Okay,
yeah.
okay.
And
Until
then
by court.
So the
Defense
original,
represented by court appointed attorney arraignment.
That was the original.
Petition for court appointed attorney filed. Appointed attorney petition release order generated. Notice to appear. Original charge, murder first P. Original charge, gun carry. What?
I know.
I don't think she had a thing on her, did she?
This is public record. I don't know.
I mean, I know they saying she had a, but I don't think she had a peeky on her. Ain't no telling, because she was dangerous, man. If her dad is, the Nation of Islam, then she was trained. No wonder why she was out there by herself like that. She was a trained assassin. I kept on trying to figure out, like, why is this small petite girl doing rent to room and Uber Eat services and shit like that? She going to clean up people's houses. Who was going to clean up people's houses with her? Did she have a team? Because it sounded like it was a group of them.
Well, yeah, she would work for like one of those companies.
Somebody said, "Lord, you must be bored as fuck." You must be boreder than I am, because you scrolled past my page and decided to type something in the comment section. So if I'm bored as the host, then you got to be motherfucking super bored as the person who coming in commenting in the comment section. I'm motherfucking super. If I'm bored, then you motherfucking super bored over there. If you the motherfucker commentee, shit, I might have motherfucker press live and want live as a host to talk about some shit. But if you the motherfucker in the comment section talking about something, you must be bored. How the fuck did you find my how did you find my page? Out of boredom, scrolling TikTok, talk about something. I'm bored. Shit. Can't be that bored. Shit. You boreder than I am. Shit, at least I made a conscious decision to go live and have a conversation about something. Your ass just you using your thumb, flicking on your phone and shit. Got a nerve to tell somebody I say bored. You ain't even got a motherfucking plan. You didn't even know I was on here. How the fuck you gonna tell me I'm bored? Like you planned to visit me. No, you bored, motherfucker. You better get your bored ass up out of here. Look, now they don't want to type nothing back in the comment section because they realize by typing something back, they realize how bored they really is. Now they can't say nothing back. Shit, he got me.
I sent you something on Discord.
That was funny. That was funny.
So that's the thing I just showed you. That is what I wanted you to see.
The Wayne Fisher thing?
Yeah, because it's not Wayne Fisher. It's Wayne Fisher. According to this case detail. However, there is no record of any Fisher. See, it's right there, Wayne Fisher.
Wayne Fisher, yeah.
That sounds like a
okay,
fake
look,
one.
judgment entered by description 4/9/2025.
That's when they were evicted.
This is when they were evicted. But where's his, what you call him at? Hold on, let's say 4/3. Wayne Fisher, alternate answer. What attorney Patrick Cullen?
Yeah, this would have been like the apartment complex or whatever again.
318.
But there's a person.
Okay, that's the LL, what you call him. But if that's the case, look up Wayne Fisher to see if he has that record for that baby. I mean, for the child situation that he said took place at his job.
Even just looking for a Wayne Fisher, nothing comes up.
Is that Wayne
I've
Fisher?
never heard of a Fisher as a last name.
A Fisher?
Yeah.
That sounds fake. That sounds so fake. Look, Wayne fished her.
Right.
That sounds like a catfish or some shit.
I don't know. I'm just looking for Fishers.
Motion filed for something. Wait, Wayne Fisher might be. Hold on, we gotta look this person up. Summons of composure, serve personal. 320 summons, ton of summons. Free child scheduled for non-payment of rent. Second mailing mailed. 318 second mailing request. Maybe Wayne Fisher has a Facebook.
It just happens to be from Wayne County, right? Yeah. Oh, maybe not. Is that Macomb County? Am I the first person to break this? Everyone thinks it's this other dude.
Is it Fister?
According to that.
Is it Fister?
No, according to the, it's fish and turf.
Oh, so there is an H in there.
That's what it says, right? I mean, I did send it to you. And she's on the case. Like, she's listed as a person who lived there. Where is this? I don't know. I can't find him anywhere. I can't find that name anywhere. It's very rare for just the nothing. Come on. Okay. How I don't know the court stuff enough to know how to get a hold of this.
To do what?
I don't know how to. Ron, that Ronald dude is the only one that keeps coming up.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Fist her.
Right.
You would think it would. It can't be that many names out there by that.
Right. I wonder why there were no pictures of him in her stuff.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like maybe where all of the pictures was at, it's got deleted. Somebody wiped her shit. Somebody went through and wiped all her social media. Like why? Like all of her, from you know what I'm saying, from Facebook, everything. You can't find this naughty Nat page nowhere. Like everything, because that's what he knew her by. Naughty Nat. He didn't know her by when she rebuilt herself as Phoenix. He knew her by when she was Naughty Nat. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
That's why he kept saying Nat, 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 like because that's what he knew her by. So all of her Naughty Nat pages are completely white. Which means somebody's covering their tracks. Right? That's what it seems like. Seems like somebody's doing an excellent job of wiping. Because how? If she got picked up on the scene, like there's no way she was able to go and delete her OnlyFans and everything like that. So that means somebody is deleting her, her pages. Even all of these videos right here, like they got Wayne Fisher in here all over Facebook. But they got it under Ronald. Maybe we should look up Ronald Fishner or Fisher.
I did.
Nothing?
Oh, wait. Ronald Fisher?
Yeah, because Wayne is supposedly his middle name. Warren Robins Police Department. Where's that at? The city of Warren.
That's close.
Oh, there's a cop named Wayne Fisher coming out of the city of Warren.
What was the name of the? Hold on, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna find it. Great Thorn Management LLC.
I'm trying to tell y'all, this case is about to get way, way, way. Why is it so hard to find a Fisher?
Because I think it's fake.
I don't think this is a real name. I think he looked up a name that was, you know what I'm saying? Like just like her name and some of her aliases and created, like these might be character names that they were looking up, and he might have introduced himself as a Wayne Fisher, you know, as his name to send her money, you know, for whatever they had going on. You get what I'm saying? Because him buying her stuff, everything like that. See, I know if we could have gotten to if we could have got her Facebook page or something like that, when we could have found one of her friends through that, you know what I mean? She's on the paperwork for Wayne, so this is the Fisher, so it's not Fishner. So everybody's posting this picture of this Fisher person, and that's not the right person.
It might not be. I mean, the fact that the dude is from the area is kind of, you know, coincidental, I guess.
So they got put out in March. What area is this? This Great Horn Management.
That's what I was looking for. It's in East Point.
So it is the right area.
Yeah. That's why I said it's.
Is it an elderly complex, like or like an efficiency, like one of those living efficiencies or something like that?
It's a fake ass fucking website. There's no photos. Alright, let's see.
Wait, this is on 7/16. So that was on 7/16. So this was like basically she was still in the process of getting put out. Still
Might
going
be this
through.
house. It was a commercial space.
The space that they were living in.
Yeah, I think it might be this house. Or building. It's a house, but it's considered a
Let me see. Go back to the front yard. All right, go to the next one. Go to the next one. Next one.
Do you remember this door with the this is why I say that the slanted
Okay, right there is looking familiar right there.
side, but the other side, this
Right
side,
there is looking like her room.
like there was something hanging.
And look at all the lights in there. Why is it not coming up wearing fist her?
Love this house.
What?
This one, it's so cute. It's got like, super decorative stuff.
Hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. You hype me up. I got 99 problems. I'm telling you. Listen to me. I'm telling you, watch. When we finally find somebody was helping her career wise. You know? It wasn't Wayne. They were doing Uber together. Yeah, they were doing Instacart and stuff like that. Unless he was just, because she said she did it by herself one time. Unless it was just her, and he was just along for the ride or something. I'm not sure. Oh, I could take off. I don't know whose car. I think she had her own. I think that's. I don't know if she accumulated a car, because apparently she went to her car. That's what they say. She went to her car. So I don't know if she was using somebody's car to get back and forth to work or whatever. But apparently she had a way to and from work. Look up Wayne Allen Fisher from East Point, Michigan. Look at this address right here. Is this close? This is the ad. This is close to their address, right?
Yes.
It's a Congression 10th, 12th, 11th district, Macomb County, Michigan.
Yep.
Registration 6/18/24.
Oh, wait. Oh, thank
Robert Johnson Fisher, Wayne Allen Fisher, Robert Wayne Fisher, Irene Fisher, Paulus Lewis Fisher, Lindsay Fisher, Wilmot Avenue, East Point. Let me see. Show this on the map. Does this look like the house right here? This look like the house. Look. Look right here. You see the house?
I think it's him. So it's him. Wayne Fisher on functional analysis and treatment. And if it is, he's the doctor, isn't he? I thought this dude was some kind of like he worked at some towing place or whatever.
Robert James Jill. You just gonna scream out a bunch of stuff? Okay. 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 Wayne Allen. What did you get when you looked up Wayne Allen?
All the videos about Ronald Wayne Fisher. I'm looking. The only one that was.
You got a Wayne Fisher, East Detroit.
In Wayne Fisher, Risen Phoenix, TikTok. His name is Wayne Fisher. Where are the picture or the comments from her? All right, so if this is so, this is the room, right? That I. But is this the?
Well, it don't have the lights on the ceiling like that other space.
Is this the house? Oh no. This dude is like unfindable. And for being someone who is like a,
That's what I'm saying. How is he? How is he not? How is he like? Because this is not real. That's why they pick common names that are like, you know what I mean? It's the same thing we was running across when we were looking up Murph.
Right.
Yeah, that's the same shit we was running across when we was looking him up. It's the same shit. Like you finding different aliases because they try to use like a common name. You know what I mean? They try to use the most common name, so that way you can have. But this looks like the area that they might have been. I don't see no little shed, but this looks like the area that they might have been. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Is the park that she walked to?
Where's the McDonald's at in relation to that?
In relation to this park?
Mhm.
I don't know. Maybe these swings right here. Forest Avenue. Look up the correlation between Forest Avenue. What park is right here?
Are there pictures of her at the park?
On her Instagram?
Yeah.
It's dark. All the times that she went to the park, it was dark outside. Well, you know, like if you're trying to go to the park at 3:00 in the morning, shit, something ain't right anyway. You're gonna meet the devil. Your ass going to the motherfucking park. Now look at the neighborhood.
That's what I mean. You'll be able to tell from the tree's probably in her yard.
That tree right there, we should be able to find that tree. Motherfucker, which way did that turn?
Your name, please, ma'am? Okay, got it. Very good. Here today for arraignment on the charges of murder in the first degree, premeditated, count 2.
That one ain't work. I gotta find a different one.
Mr. Lacana, proceed.
Thank you very much, Sarah. At this time, my plan is in the active plea and sent for probable cause for the exam. I had advised my client for rights of charges against her, potential penalties, be ready to proceed on those grounds.
Very good. Ma'am, do you understand the nature of the charges against you to your satisfaction after talking to your attorney?
Yeah.
Very good. Go ahead and enter.
Yeah, see, this might be that skate park right there.
I'm making potato salad. It's got eggs in it. Okay, okay.
You making potato salad?
With eggs in it.
And you're not gonna put like raisins in it or nothing, right?
It's raisins and salad.
Just checking.
Actually, maybe that would be good.
Get out.
Oh, I'm at 1,000 Christmas tree. Are they watching it?
Yes. I will appoint an attorney to represent you. Will set this matter for a probable cause conference on July 23rd, 2025 at 1 p.m. The preliminary examination will be on July 30th, 2025 at 1 p.m. As to that, Mr. Latana,
Thank you very much, and I just briefly, my plan is 26 years old, I'm crazy. So, yeah, my plan is a high school graduate, after actually taking, I will take some classes, from college, physical therapy, degree. There are, obviously, this will be fast, in this particular round, we're all fast enough, but, yeah, my client is extremely anxious to have those facts brought to the evidence of this case. She was in an extremely abusive, relationship, it was not only mental but physical, that involved, alcohol issues.
I want to know, like, what defense is they coming with?
Helpful person, she's a giving person. She's actually, was fighting to save the life of a 6-year-old who had skin cancer. She may go to the doctor to find out that.
Credit with saving the life of a 6-year-old. Credit with saving the life of a 6-year-old who she told to go to the hospital and found out has skin cancer.
Whoa.
on behalf of the people. Yes, thank you, Your Honor. Pursuant to formally report as well as authority to grant no bond for calling any case involving murder or case beyond no bond for the defendant. Also, other employees that were present at the time, some of which attempted to help the victim.
You said you wouldn't ignore me.
She was stopped by a helpless bystander. You're also able to
You said you would not ever ignore me. Did they find Wayne? They still ain't find Wayne? Wayne ass might be onomatopoeia. You gotta close the window over there. That's letting heat in. In the daytime, you keep windows closed. In the nighttime, you keep windows open so that way the cool can stay in, the cold can stay out, and everybody could be. All right, I gotta cook. I gotta get this dinner out of the way. We'll be back.
On celebrations, reliable energy keeps your life and business on track. That's where we come in.
We still good. We still got a nice rotation of people coming through on TikTok. Analytics say 11,000.
Conducted search of her place and the information that they were able to obtain. It's a pre-discovery. I know a lot of people